Morning YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about the song I Can't Get It Out of My Head by Electric Light Orchestra. If you were around in 1974, the Electric Light Orchestra hit the scene with an album, El Dorado, and this was one of the songs, really probably their first biggest hit. So I'm going to show you how to play this. The original song has a lot of orchestration, but I will show you as before. I'll play a snippet of the song, and then I'll break it down and show you how to play this great tune. On the water, I saw the ocean's daughter walking on a wave chicane, staring as she called my name, and I can't get it out of my head. No, I can't get it out of my head. No, no, no. Okay folks, let's go ahead and talk about how to play this great tune. The song starts out with a little bit of orchestration in the original song that ELO does, but we can sort of simulate that with some finger picking, and then we can move on to the strumming because the song gets faster as we move forward. The guitar's in standard tuning, no real issues there. The song starts out on a C chord, and you basically are just playing the chords of the chorus that are come later. So it's C to a G to an F, back to a G, and I'm just sort of using a kind of a plucking type method for getting the song so it's okay. You can kind of get the sense of the chorus going on there. So it's C, first position. I won't explain how to play that. The G in the first position, which you already know. F, first position, take your first finger and you're covering all the strings, and then you put your ring finger on the third fret of the A string, your little finger on the third fret of the D string, and then you put your middle finger on the second fret of the G string. And you're trying to emphasize the F note, which is the bass note of the F, and then back to the G. So you're going to do that twice. So it's and then back, and then again, C, G, F, G, and then he starts singing the first chorus, and he's singing it, and that's why you're going to do the picking. So I'm going to sing it a little bit, just be prepared for that. Midnight on the water. That's an A minor, first position, okay? And you put, in order to play that chord, you're basically going to put your middle finger on the second fret of the D string, your ring finger on the second fret of the G string, and then your pointer finger on the first fret of the B string. And you're just playing using the A as the bass. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the second line. So it starts out on a C. I saw to an A minor, the ocean's daughter, to an A minor. Then you're going to go to the strum. Walking on a wave chicane. And this is where you're going to use this little downward strumming. So it's walking on a wave chicane. So it's F, the full bar F, to a D minor, and you can do the D minor either here in the first position, which is putting your first finger on the first fret of the high E string, your middle finger on the second fret of the G string, and your ring finger on the third fret of the B string. Or you can do it up here on the fifth fret where you're doing a bar D minor. I just happen to think that sounds better. You put your full finger across all the strings of the fifth fret, and then you put your middle finger on the sixth fret of the B string, your ring finger on the seventh fret of the D string, and your little finger on the seventh fret of the G string. And you're just playing from the fifth string down. So it's, you go to F, then to D minor for the last two lines of the or for the third line rather of the verse. So it's walking on a wave she came to a D minor, staring as she calls back to an F, calls my name to an A minor, and then to a G. Okay, and it ends on that, and then it goes back into the chorus. So you're finally getting into the chorus. Now the chorus basically has four chords in it. So it goes to a C, to a G, to an F, to a G, just like on the intro now, okay? So it's, and I can't get it out of my head, no, I can't get it out of my head. Okay, so you're just playing that, and you're basically going to do that for the four lines of the chorus. And then when you get to the last line, so it's, 'cause I can't get it out of my head, no, no. And then you slow back down again, and then you're going to do some more picking. Break down, second verse, C, on the shoreline, can't move. It goes the same way. Back to an A minor, and then it's again, morning don't get here tonight, to D minor, F, to an A minor, to a G, and I can't get it out of my head. And then you're doing the chorus again, you repeat the whole chorus. So once you get to the end of the chorus the second time, it goes into sort of an instrumental break. Now in the original song, they basically have some synthesizers and some keyboards playing, but the chords are basically fairly straightforward. It starts on a C, and I usually just use a downward strum, so it's C to C major seventh, which is C major seventh is made by just taking your C chord and you just lift your pointer finger up. So you're basically just covering the third fret of the A string with your ring finger, and then the second fret of the D string with your middle finger. So, and then you're going to go to a C seventh, which is using your C position, and then you just put your pointer finger on the third fret of the G string. Okay, and then you're going to go to an F seventh, which is an F chord, and you just lift your pinky finger off. Then back to a G. So they're going to play that 3 times. So it's C. They got some lead going on to a C7, F7, C, C major 7th, C7th, F7th, G, and then they're going to get to the last line, which of the break, and they're doing the very same thing. They're going to go C, C major 7th, C7th, F7th, G, A flat, B flat, Okay, that's the break. Let me sort of try to hum the lead line as you're doing the break. So let me start on the last line of the chorus, and then I'll go into the break. So, and we'll see how it sounds here. 'Cause I can't get it out of my head. No, no, no. See? I'll only play it one time. F7. C. This is the last line. C major 7th. C 7th. F 7th, and it builds tension. F or G, A flat, back to C, and they stay on the strumming for the next verse. Banjo and the C. Robin Hood and William Tell and Ivanhoe and Lancelot, they don't envy me. Okay, and it just does the same thing for the third verse, okay? Then they're going to play the chorus again, just like I did before. I can't get it out of my head. Okay, and then you're going to do that. They actually play the last chorus twice, and then they go essentially into the last line as an outro, and they're basically just playing what they played in the break, which is C, C major 7th, C 7th, F 7th, G, A flat, B flat, C. Okay, so let me walk through those last chords again. I didn't explain those too well. So it's C, C major 7th, by just lifting your finger up, first finger up, to a C 7th, putting it back down in the C shape, and then just putting your pinky finger down on the 3rd fret of the G string, to an F 7th, to a G. You can do a bar G on the 3rd fret, or you can just do a G here on the your sort of cowboy chord, G chord. And then you go into an A flat, which is putting your first finger on the 4th fret, all the strings, and then you put your ring finger on the 6th fret of the A string, your little finger on the 6th fret of the D string, and your middle finger on the 5th fret of the G string. And then you're just playing. That's an A flat. Move up 2 frets. That's B flat. And then you go back to C, and then it just ends. So let me play that again. C 7th, F 7th, G, tension, okay folks, that's how you play the song I Can't Get It Out of My Head by the Electric Light Orchestra on solo acoustic guitar. Obviously it sounds good if you had a bass guitar on this, maybe some other orchestration. It's a great tune. Everybody knows the words to this, and it is one of those songs that you can't get out of your head. So as before, if you have any questions about this or any of the other videos that I've made, go ahead and leave me a question or comment at my YouTube channel, and I'll get back with you when I can. So have a great day, and we'll catch you later.